What's your favorite TV show? Are you maybe a bit nostalgic and it might be the animated X-Men series? Are you into a more darker, grittier superhero tone, so maybe it's Daredevil? Or maybe you just like a good laugh and it's Friends? Or maybe you're a bit on the young side and it might even be Ninjago? Well, today I'm going to be giving you my top 5 TV shows of all time. This does include animated and live action series, and if you want to see more content like this, then subscribe. Gravity Falls is one of the best shows ever made, as you can tell because it is in the ranking. It was created by Alex Hirsch, who is an absolute genius, and he also voices a lot of the characters, which I think is really cool. So basically, the show is about brother and sister Dipper and Mabel, who go for the summer break at their great uncle's house, or Grunkle Stan, who is also voiced by Alex Hirsch, and they go discovering these weird monsters and things throughout the 2 seasons. And let me just tell you that this is such an entertaining show. Both the main characters and everyone else in the story is just an incredible character, and I love everything about it. So now I'm going to talk about my highlights or favorite parts of the show. Starting with Seuss, who's my favorite character. This guy's an absolute legend. Every scene that he's in is just ridiculously funny. And though there aren't many episodes about him, I think the ones that are about him are very underrated and funny. So yeah, he is the GOAT. Next up, we have the conspiracy theories that the fans make for this show, which I think are so cool. A lot of them are really stupid, but I think it's cool to see what Alex Hirsch has been able to put in the minds of these people to have a lot of creative stuff. Like, if you search Gravity Falls fan fictions, there's a lot of really cool stuff. If you like Gravity Falls, I recommend doing that. So, Invincible is based on a popular comic from the early 2000s, which was written by Robert Kirkman, who's also the creator of the show. It's about this kid named Mark Grayson, and his dad is from another planet. So, when Mark turns 17, he gets superpowers. And let me just say, this show looks like just another one of those cool animated superhero shows, like maybe you're thinking of the Spectacular Spider-Man. But let me tell you, this show is definitely not for kids, as I'm going to talk about in a minute in the highlights. And now we're going to talk about my highlights from Invincible, starting with my favorite character, frickin' Rexplode. This guy is an absolute menace. I would show some clips of him being funny now, but I'm afraid to get copyright claims on the video, so I won't. But just search Rexplode clips. It's just so funny. I love his character, and his growth throughout the seasons is just incredible. And my other highlight might sound surprising. It's actually Mark getting absolutely annihilated by all his villains in every single episode. Because it's so. I don't know if this is weird to say. It's entertaining. Is that the right word? To watch this living shit getting beat out of him. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Loki was created by Michael Waldron. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that properly. I hope I am. The main character is, of course, Loki, and this is an absolutely perfect show throughout both seasons. The second one isn't as good as the first, in my opinion, but it's definitely as entertaining and as well written. But the first season is just something else. And the soundtrack to this series is absolutely phenomenal. I can't play it because of copyright reasons, but go listen to it. It's great. So, my highlights for the show. Starting with my favorite character is Mobius. I mean, I know a lot of people didn't like him, but come on, it's Lightning McQueen, guys.
Speed. I am Speed.
And my other highlight is the CGI, specifically talking about the shots where the multiverse is decaying in the second season, that was just some of the best CGI that Marvel has done in a long time. Freaking Arcane. This is one of the best animated series ever made. In fact, it is the best animated series ever made. The only reason it's not in number one is because of the series in number one. Anyway, this series was created by Alex Yee and Christian Link. It's based on the game League of Legends, which I have admittedly never played, and it's about sisters Vi and Jinx, who, let's just say they get into a bit of an argument. So my highlights are my favorite characters, because I really couldn't choose one. They're Jinx and Echo. They're just incredibly well written and likable and funny. And the other highlight is the animation style and story. Like, no wonder this is the most expensive animated series in history. Like, the animation in some shots just, it looks so real. It's amazing. Every shot is just incredibly beautiful. Sadly though, most of the characters die, so they don't really get to see most of the beautiful shots. Skip ahead if you don't want to see who, like maybe 10 seconds. Yeah, so overall, great show, and I can't wait for the spin offs. They're coming, right, Netflix? Netflix? So, before we get to my number one favourite show of all time, I do want to give some honourable mentions. Starting with The Flash, which I gave a 5.5, so you might be wondering, why am I giving it an honourable mention? Well, that's because the first three seasons were some of the best seasons in superhero TV show media, but then after the fourth season, it fell out, and they had to keep going to a ninth, so eventually it was just a bad show. But I did like the three seasons a lot, so it's getting an honourable mention. Next up is WandaVision, which was a great show, definitely in my top 10, but this video is about my top 5, so that's why it's not mentioned. And Daredevil, which is, of course, a 10 out of 10 show, but at the time of recording this video, I have only seen the first season, just finished yesterday. Absolutely peak. Just wanted to give it a mention. And now we're going to talk about my favorite TV show of all time. You guys have probably heard of it. It's a wonderful piece of media. I've met few people who dislike it and few people who haven't seen it. Ladies and gentlemen, my favorite TV show of all time is. So, Stranger Things was created by the Duffer Bros in 2016. It's about a group of kids, and one of their friends goes missing, and they have to find him, and some strange things happen. Remember, all of these reviews are without spoilers. So, the main group is Elle, Mike, Will, Dustin, Max, and Lucas. In the first season, it's actually only Mike, Dustin, Will, Lucas, and eventually 11, but it goes extending throughout the show. Now we're going to talk about my highlights, starting with my favourite character, that being Eddie Munson. Though he only appeared in the fourth season, that was enough for him to become my favourite character. He is really entertaining and funny, and I just love him. Just in case you wanted to know, my runner-ups for favourite character were Dustin, Steve, and Max, because they're also pretty cool, but not as cool as Eddie. My other highlight is the soundtrack, which is just bangers like Should I Stay or Should I Go, Running Up That Hill, You Don't Mess Around with Jim, When It's Cold I'd Like to Die. The list goes on and on. In fact, if you'd like to see a video on the best songs from Stranger Things, let me know in the comments. My other highlight are the visuals, which were pretty good up until the fifth season, but we all know that that one wasn't that good.
No! 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 Fuck! Shit!
Also, the cultural impact that this show had alone is just amazing. If you search on any social media platform, Like, you'll get tons of Stranger Things stuff. I'm literally wearing the Hellfire t-shirt right now. So you gotta give it credit for that. So there you go. Those are my top 5 TV shows of all time. At number 5, Gravity Falls, a funny yet heartfelt story. At number 4, Invincible, a violent yet entertaining story. Number 3, Loki, again entertaining and very mind-bending, which is the sort of stuff that I like to watch. At number 2, Arcane League of Legends, which is a beautifully animated show with a wonderful story. And at number 1, Stranger Things, which is just Stranger Things. And in case you were wondering, the worst TV show I have ever seen actually comes from Marvel, which is one of my favorite movie franchises of all time. So brace yourselves, because if you're planning on watching all the series that I've mentioned in this video, you might want to skip this absolute lump of dog shit. That being...
Oh, okay.